Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We may have just had an early look inside of our Christmas present from EA as we have leaks of more Winter Wildcards coming to FC25. But this isn't a normal leak or a normal week of content either because these cards are expected to drop before Friday. We got to talk about that today. Also, we have new Weekend League rewards that have just been put in this game, which contain guaranteed cards from Winter Wildcards in either a player pick or a pack for the new season of rewards coming this weekend. So we got to talk about that. And with all of this coming, what is that going to do to the market? The market didn't rise as much yesterday as I was hoping it would. Will that continue this week, or will we start to have some rises? We'll talk about it all today. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's start by looking at yesterday's content on Monday with the brand new cup mode that EA actually made a mistake with. They dropped the objective for the Winter Wildcards Cup, but then didn't actually drop the game mode. They tweeted an hour and a half after content saying that they messed up something with the release of this, but it is now out. As you can see, I was just playing this. It's mostly golden goal, and the most interesting thing about it is the gameplay conditions. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, the rewards here: 81-3, 84 times 3, 80 times 5, an 85 double, an 83-5, a 100k pack for the whole thing, and 2 Evo unlockable rewards here too. The first of which being inside forward plus plus for any right mid that is 88 rated or below. And the second one, which is I think my favorite one of these two, this playstyle edition gives you rapid and Tiki Taka regular playstyles to any 88 rated player who doesn't already have 9 playstyles. That's sick. I honestly think this one's really, really cool because Rapid and Tiki Taka are very, very usable. I'm already looking at players in my club that I could put this on, especially because 88 overall is pretty high. So I think this one's my favorite of the two here. Inside forward plus plus at a right mid only position, rated 88 or below, feels a little bit restrictive to me, but that's probably just because I don't have a formation right now that I'm using with right mid in it. I'm using 4-3-3 with a right wing. So this one for me, I think is very useful if you use a right mid. Inside forward plus plus is one of the best roles in the game, but I think this one with Rapid and Tiki Taka is maybe better. But regardless, I think this is sick, right? Whether they're giving us playstyles or playstyle pluses or role plus pluses in these objective rewards with these unlockable evos, I think is pretty sick, honestly, because it allows you to kind of transform your cards and make them even better without just boosting the stats. I think that's pretty cool. I hope we see more of that in the future. It sounds like from a few leaks that might be the case. Now let's look at this cup mode and kind of continue the conversation here with the interesting gameplay in the Winter Wildcards Cup, guys. This was something EA actually mentioned in the last title update. They said they were going to introduce a match mode in friendlies with wintry conditions. And it's behind the camera here, but it says the rules are winter match. You have to have 2 lone players maximum. You have to have 1 Winter Wildcards player in your starting 11. Team overall rating max 89. You can use a Winter Wildcards Evo as well. That counts for the requirement. But this is how it looks in game. It is snowy weather, and as you would expect, it is trying to mimic real-life snowy conditions. The pitch is a little bit slippery. I wouldn't say it's crazy slippery because it doesn't feel unrealistic. It doesn't feel like you're just sliding around and falling down the whole game. It's honestly a nice medium balance, but you can definitely tell that when you go to do a slide tackle, like this is, I just tweeted this after playing a few games, your player just slides for a while. So it's kind of fun. I think if we just remember that it's a friendly mode, it's for fun, it's trying to mimic the real life look of a soccer game, football, I caught myself there, football game being played in the cold and the snow. I'm going to get roasted for that. Oh no. I think it's kind of cool, guys. Honestly, it's interesting. It's different. EA said that it was coming. I think if we just kind of keep it in the context of it being a friendly mode and not like a real competitive experience, I think it's okay. It was pretty fun, to be honest, having a little bit of a different touch on the gameplay there with that being there. Now, with that being said, you need a Winter Wildcards player. I've actually already started to see some of the fodder, you would call them, or usable but still fodder cards from the Winter Wildcards team go up in price. This Icardi is up 1.5k in just a short amount of time. As you see, people going out and buying him. The Delap card from Ipswich, I think even like Aldasari and Undav are up a little bit in prices. People are going out and buying these Winter Wildcards that are on the cheaper end of things. These will probably rise up a little bit today into content as people are going and playing this cup mode to get those packs and those Evos there. So that's kind of the update on the cut mode there. I think it's cool, honestly. Again, I think it's interesting, and it's pretty easy packs as well, nonetheless. Now let's go to the SBC section where we had a player SBC, of course. We're getting one every single day. We had Cloud Makalele. He was leaked. We knew the stats. We knew he was coming. And it's not bad, but I think for me, I have a bit of a negative view of this SBC for him just because he doesn't really fit into my team. A lot of people described it yesterday as this card looks good, but it doesn't actually give me an upgrade in my team. It's just kind of a sideways lateral movement in terms of bettering my ultimate team. Great dribbling, great defending, great physical. You know how he's going to play in game. If you've used the Mak&eacute card before, the closest kind of comparison to him would be like a Conte card, right? He's got almost every defending playstyle. He's got press proven. He's got relentless. He's got holding plus, deep lying playmaker plus as a CDM. He's got the 4-star weak foot. It's not a bad card, and the price is probably the best part. He's only 220,000 coins to get done. Very, very cheap card. And you know what? He's got a good amount of upvotes compared to downvotes. He's still mostly downvoted. I think most people are looking at this and they're saying, I've got somebody in my team better than this right now. Maybe an Evo I've created or just somebody else who I like better than this. But I think for the French icon links, it is very intriguing for a lot of people. And, you know, obviously, a lot of people are doing this. If you take a look at players like Yaya Toure, he went from 360K down to 300K flat after content yesterday, rebounded back up. Matuidi, Ramirez, some other center defensive mids that are pretty big names dropped off, but they did rebound pretty heavy. So there was some panic yesterday telling me that people do actually want to do Makalele, but I don't think it's a crazy SBC, but it's one for me right now that I look at and say, I just don't think it's worth my fodder yet, especially with that Zé Roberto SBC that is still looming large, potentially coming or probably coming tomorrow on Christmas as a part of the content then. So personally, this one is a skip for me, but I'm sure that some of you guys are looking at that and saying, Nate, that's actually a really good card. Makalele is a beast in game, which is very true. He is. And I think there's a reason to do that if you want to get it done. Now, the other SBC we had yesterday was a 77 plus player pick. EA took the rating down. It was a 78 plus last week for our player pick, but they added a slot. Instead of 1 of 3, it is 1 of 4, and it requires less players. It's only 6 golds to get this done with 2 rares. Very, very cheap to get done. I had multiples of these open yesterday. They were solid. Currently, I'm going to do these over the Winter Wildcards crafting upgrade, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Because the new season is upcoming, and I've already maxed out to level 35 and got Konate, which I know a lot of you guys are doing as well. I'm currently not going to do the crafting upgrade past 50 completions so that hopefully this 1000 SP will go towards the next season when we get past Thursday at Rivals Rewards when the season resets. I think if you're before this SP should count towards the new season. Same thing with the daily login. I'm actually going to skip the daily login today and then not complete another one until I will complete Wednesday's daily login before content on Thursday, but after Rivals Rewards, if that makes sense. And I should be able to get this 1000 SP as a kind of head start towards the next season as well. So kind of playing the game a little bit there. I think you'll still be able, if you miss one day, to complete the whole daily login objective for the extra 1000 SP and the 100K pack. I believe if I'm done my math right there. So that's just one little SP trick that I wanted to mention. If you don't worry about it too much, that's totally fine too. Just get it done. It's not that much SP, but I know some people were tweeting about that and talking about that yesterday. So I just wanted to mention that too as why I'm doing the 77 plus picks over the crafting. Crafting's still good, 77 plus picks. It's nice to have both. Anytime we have both of these out at the same time, it's phenomenal. So the last thing we have to talk about is weekend league rewards, guys, because of course yesterday weekend league rewards were given out to those who hadn't automatically claimed them already from finishing games. But what we noticed is EA already updated these for what's going to be coming with the new season. Take a look at these new rewards. They're including guaranteed Winter Wildcards or Winter Wildcards Hero player picks. The icons are not included in this. This is rank 5, which is 9 wins. You get 2 player picks for 9 wins. That's actually really solid. The rewards didn't change that much, except for you get an extra player pick and you get now the promo player picks as well. If I go up here to like rank 1, you can see that they're not giving out a ton of the player picks. From rank 5 to rank 1, you still only get 2 player picks, but at rank 1, you get a 1 of 5 player pick. It's not a 1 of 3. Of course, you're still getting a lot of other rewards like the base icon, 85-10, 86 times 10, stuff like that. If you go all the way back down here to rank, what is this? Whatever this is, 4 wins in weekend league. you get a guaranteed Winter Wildcards or Winter Wildcards Hero pack, one of them, for just getting 4 wins in Weekend League. And of course, this next weekend will be the first weekend that will start after the content drop. It's going to start 1 hour after the content drop. We have a new timing for Foot Champs, so make sure you remember that. But it's also extended 24 hours. So Foot Champs is going to start Friday at 7 p.m. UK, 1 hour after content drop. Adjust the time zone to where you live, but it's going to end 24 hours later than normal. So instead of ending on Monday morning normally, it's going to end on Tuesday morning or whatever your appropriate time zone is. So just keep that in mind, because Friday morning is going to look different this week, as champs won't be open until after the content drop on Friday, when Winter Wildcards drop in packs again. That'll be Team 3 dropping this Friday. We'll talk about that in a second. But those rewards, honestly, there's not a lot of changes here, except for the fact that you get the guaranteed Winter Wildcards player. But that's sick. Like for me, I'm usually getting 8 wins. I got 8 wins again. I'm so close to getting 9. It just comes down to 1 or 2 games each and every weekend. If you get 8 wins, you're up here getting 2 Winter Wildcards or Winter Wildcards Hero guarantee packs. So you have to get 9 wins, rank 5 to get the pick. But again, from 2 packs to a 2 pick change, that's a big difference. So 9 wins is a big upgrade in terms of the guaranteed promo cards, and that is really, really sick. Now, once these rewards drop, we will have all Winter Wildcards in packs from all the teams that are going to be coming out. And as we talked about in the intro, and as you probably saw in the leaks yesterday, we're expecting more Winter Wildcards coming sooner than you may expect. Let's talk about the leaks, guys, because out of nowhere, we had this yesterday. We had a couple names leaked, right? We've got this center mid Buffon coming. We have 2 versions of Neymar. Yesterday, it was like, okay, they're coming into packs. And then later in the day, it's like, okay, here's the official stats. And that was what kind of flicked the light bulb for me and thinking, wait a second, did we get another team of Winter Wildcards in packs last year on Christmas? Because we had 3 teams of Winter Wildcards, but it was only a 2-week promo last year. Same thing looks like it's happening this year, guys. Winter Wildcards Team 2 is fully leaked. These are the official stats for all the players that are coming in packs tomorrow on Christmas as a part of Winter Wildcards. And if you're like, nah, Nate, they never release promo cards on Wednesdays, this is the only time that they break their normal rule of releasing promo cards on Fridays, right? That's the day we get all new promo cards in packs. Last year, we had promo cards released on the 25th of December, which was not a Friday, obviously. We had the first Team 1 on the 22nd, then we had the 25th a couple days after that, and then the next Friday we had the 29th of December, which was Winter Wildcards Team 3. It looks like we are trending towards the same sort of movement this year, with Team 1 already in packs, Team 2 going to be coming in packs today, and that's huge. Sorry, not today. Sorry. Tomorrow, because tomorrow is Christmas. I expect these cards to be in packs tomorrow, and that's huge because that means you're going to have on Christmas Winter Wildcards Team 1, the best of re-release, and Winter Wildcards Team 2 all in packs for a couple days until Friday. That's pretty wild. Now, who else is in this team, and what are these cards looking like? We've got Mia Hamm with the Big Sis and the Lil Sis version, right? You've got Quick Step Plus on Lil Sis Mia Hamm, 89 rated. That's going to be a crazy card for sure. You got a Rivaldo with Technical and Acrobatic, Center Mid Buffon with Power Shot, only 1 playstyle plus. I wonder if EA are really scared of making this card too OP. What it reminds me and a lot of you guys of, we were talking about in the stream yesterday, it reminds us of the Allison card from last year. They dropped an Allison center mid card. That card was a truck. It was not very good. I don't have high hopes for Buffon unless they maybe boost up his dribbling really high, like his agility of balance has moved up a lot. We'll have to see. But he is very tall, so we'll see how that card feels in game. Crazy card nonetheless. 2 versions of Neymar. Yes, that is true. You're seeing 2 versions here. One has got Trickster as a cam and Incisive and 99 dribbling. The other is a striker, has higher pace and shooting, and he's got first touch and finesse. Crazy Neymar cards. They're going to be crazy expensive. We've got 2 playstyle pluses on Verts. One who's more of a center mid, box to box with intercept and long ball. Another one with a cam with incisive and technical. Tevez with power shot and relentless. You got Vincent Company with only 1 playstyle. Bernardo Silva's card looks cracked too with only 1. Beth Mead, you get 2. Rudiger, this is a crazy one. Rudiger has 99 physical and bruiser plus. That's going to be crazy. Colby Mainu, Tiki Taka plus, Club 80 all around the card there. Ole's getting a card. McManaman. This right back McManaman really, I think, could have some impact on the market. I would be careful if you have like Trent Alexander-Arnold, because 90 pace with whipped pass plus, but 88 pass, 89 dribble. 88 defending and 85 physical. Really curious to see, A, how much that card is priced at, and B, what it does to other right backs in the game, how good he is in the game, because that looks crazy. There's also a right mid, McManaman with 99 pace, Abdul Hamid, Hanchko, Hudson-Odoi with finesse. You've got Rafa Santi-Cazorla with 99 shooting, and dead ball is going to be in. And then you've got a Sule card too, who doesn't look half bad for maybe a position change there. CDM Sule with bruiser. And that's got to be a big passing boost for him there, and dribbling boost. Interesting card nonetheless. So that's the official team that we expect to be coming into packs tomorrow on Christmas. There's probably going to be some other surprises as well. But again, I honestly forgot that they put more cards in Christmas last year. It's a smaller team than Team 1, just like last year's team was a bit smaller too. Because, you know, it's kind of like a mini release on Christmas, which is super duper dope. So personally, I might actually save my packs for a day, like the 82 times 14s that I've been opening. Might just save those one more day so that we can open all of them with additional packs refreshing on Wednesday with extra cards in packs. Kind of makes it worth it for a one-day save. You've got a whole team of packs added. Team of cards in packs added. I think that's worth a save personally. So there's probably another couple surprises coming tomorrow on Christmas as well. But let's talk about the market. How's the market reacting to all of this? Guys, yesterday, honestly, prices didn't move that well. I bought the Carlos Alberto at 1.49. Actually just ended up selling it for 1.53. He was as low as 1.37. There was some more crashing on the market yesterday, but then some prices did go up too. The Koundé we were able to flip for a little bit of profit. Lacazette's we were able to sell. Lookman we were able to sell. Conte, you know, Isak, we didn't make anything on. Suarez, we made a little bit on. It was just really kind of a midday on the market yesterday. If you take a look at the index as well, it's kind of how it looks. You had a bit of a drop on Monday at content, then you had a bit of a rise, but I mean, from 48.3 on the index to 48.9, there's not a lot of movement there. Mostly the prices that went down were center defensive mids. You can see like Chouameni has gone down here, and then other cards like Ramirez and Matuidi are down still, as we had the new Mak&eacute card that was released. But some cards that went up are your kind of cheap winter wildcards here that you see rising a lot of the market, some informs, and probably some investments for Evos that people are speculatively making. One thing I did want to mention is some of these cards that are in the mini release, the re-release, I should say, of cards that were put back into packs have actually started to go up. This Graham Hansen was like 700,000 coins. Less packs being opened has actually made some of these cards go up in price as people want to use them. Of course, as they've dropped loads in value. This Graham Hansen was how much? She was 1.2 million coins on Friday, and she was as low as 660 on Sunday. Now, almost 800K. Same thing with Van de Ven. He was as low as 130K early yesterday on Monday. He's now 160,000 coins. So I think it's interesting to note that since less tradable packs are being opened, the weekly rewards, the store packs probably slowing down. You know, there's going to be more packs open for sure tomorrow and then into the weekend as well, with another Winter Wildcards team coming on Friday, we would expect, with these Winter Best of cards still in packs. I think they would probably trend back downwards again. I wouldn't say that you've missed a low point if you wanted to buy any of these for your team. I think they will come back down, but it's really interesting to see that that has happened. I think that makes me more interested in investing in some of these cards as we get to later on down in the line, when somebody like Alphonso Davies, it's still Alphonso Davies, you know, with 97 pace, this would be a card that maybe I would want to invest in when he goes out of packs or near the end of his time in packs next week. So that's something I wanted to mention in. But for the rest of the market, guys, with the Winter Wildcards, kind of a midday, right? Yaya Toure was like 1 point. He did go back up to 1.6. That was a card that did good. But a lot of cards just kind of stayed in their normal range, in their realm, and didn't really move a whole lot. Di Natale went from like 520K to 550. So there wasn't a whole lot of profit that you could have made yesterday, even on out-of-packs cards. Some of them even dropped too. Sam Kerr. Odegaard is up. You have a couple fluctuations that you could trade in and out in. Conte did okay. Some of the cheaper cards did okay, but nothing is like flying right now, which I was hoping we would see some nice market movements upwards. But especially with the new players coming in, like I mentioned with the Trent and looking at the McManaman card, I'm a little bit worried about a card like that. With new cards coming into packs, maybe there's going to be something hype that drops. You know, the McManaman is just the perfect example here for Trent that can make a card like this drop. And there could be other examples of that in their promo team. Like maybe somebody wants to try out the brand new Neymar, and instead they're going to go sell their cards from Winter Wildcards Team 1 that they were using. And then in fact, on Thursday with rewards, you see players dropping on a Wednesday because there's new cards coming out. And on Thursday, you see Team 1 and this Team 2 getting supplied, and you have some more prices drop. So personally, especially with it being a busy couple days for me with the holiday and stuff, I think I'm just going to go liquid with my coins and then look to reinvest later this week into the weekend. There's probably, like we've seen, a lot of opportunity for quick flips, though. If you're working the market, I think there's going to be ample potential to be flipping these cards in packs and out of packs. Just kind of maneuver what evos people are doing, what SBCs are dropping. Of course, there is great opportunity like we saw yesterday. I put a Yaya Toure. This is a 289,000 coin Yaya. He's back up to 350. I was just checking prices to see how low cards were. He was down that low. Should have bought it in hindsight for sure. This Matuidi was 450K. He's now back to 530,000 coins. Could have bought that one as well and made some profit on. So stuff like that. This market's still healthy in a sense, but it doesn't look like it's going to skyrocket anytime soon, nor does it feel like it's going to crash further either. I feel like we're in the low for some cards, but the content still keeps ripping. We have good evos. We have decent SBCs. There's still more to come, especially a big one tomorrow. So I think for the market right now, I'm just kind of taking a step back, hands-off approach and waiting to see what happens the next couple of days before I really would, put some big coins in anything crazy or invest super wild or anything like that. So let's talk about content today on Tuesday, Christmas Eve day, right? Cards are not getting released today, as I mentioned incorrectly. These cards will be tomorrow on Wednesday with Christmas. That would be the expectation. If they did it today, that'd be kind of crazy. They did it last year on Christmas. We'd expect it this year on Christmas too. But of course, we're getting a daily player SBC. This is one of the only players that we have leaked right now, Shevchenko. Stats are official here. I honestly think this card is really mid. I know we've looked at it already, but I wanted to mention it again. It could be Shevchenko today. There's also the Jesus Navas end of an era that's kind of floating around as a leaked card that we could see. But the thing I'm most interested in today, honestly, is can we get another upgrade pack? All we had yesterday was a 77 plus player pick, but Tuesdays have been days where we've gotten, 85 times 2s, 84 times 3s, and stuff like that we could do a couple different times, maybe repeatable once or twice, and fingers crossed we get something like that today. I even forget what SBC pack we had last week and what upgrade pack it was, but like something that we can turn our 82s and 83s and 84s into, because if you're like me, your club is getting stocked. From the 82 times 14s, we have so much fodder. If you're doing the crafting upgrade or the player picks as well, you just got so much fodder right now. We need somewhere to put it. Now, I will say, I tweeted this yesterday. I think it's a very fair point. The 83 plus Team of the Week upgrade, I know you need 4 84s to put into this, but if you put in 4 84s and then just chuck in 82s from your SBC duplicate storage, this is going to be an SBC that you can complete piece of cake, right? Like I got a few 82s in here now because I've rinsed a few of them into this SBC and some of the other ones from yesterday, but I could literally do this SBC right now from my dupe storage and get another Team of the Week. You really don't need to buy Team of the Weeks off the market right now. I know that they are inflating in price. If we take a look and talk about fodder for a second, I think Team of the Weeks were selling at 13K. They were 13.5 yesterday during the heat of the day. What are they right now? Yeah, still selling at like 13.5. I think you can lazy sell Team of the Weeks for like 14, maybe even 15K at the moment. People would pay that much for them, which is awesome. Great investment. If you invested in Team of the Weeks and you're looking to sell for the max, I think you'd maybe be able to get 15K, maybe later on this weekend. Maybe early next week would be probably the peak for some of these cards. They theoretically, unless EA supply Team of the Weeks tradable, should start to continue to inch up throughout. Then we get more player species, the 82 times 14. But I'm just telling you that and talking about this Team of the Week SBC because you technically won't need to buy a Team of the Week because you can do the 83 plus Team of the Week SBC there. So that's something to watch out for today is another upgrade pack type of SBC. The player SBC, as we mentioned as well. And the last thing I want to look at is Evo leaks, because there's this guy FutAccountant on Twitter that we've been looking at his leaks. He's been saying that there's some Evos to come. He called the Roberto Carlos Evo. He's saying that there's a Evo that's going to be able to boost a player's weak foot. A 4-star weak foot boost, and he's saying that Teo Hernandez fits, which is an 88 rated card. There's another leak he says here of this Nico Williams is going to fit into another evolution. This one, he's 88 rated. It can't be that big of a boost. Maybe it's more of a cosmetic Evo. Really, really interesting. He also says, Nep tweeted about how he really likes the 2 Evo rewards in the cup mode with the Roll Plus Plus and the play styles being given out. And FutAccountant says there's more of those coming. So Really interesting to hear about that. I don't think we can expect an Evo every single day. We actually did not have an Evo dropped yesterday on this game. So maybe there's one today, maybe there's not. I do believe there is an Evo. It's expiring today. Maybe there's not. Actually, there's not. Just never mind. There was one, I think, that expired yesterday. So maybe we get another one today. Maybe we don't. But the daily Evos, I think we had an Evo for like 10 days straight with Globetrotters giving one every single day. That's not going to continue, but the Evos so far, of course, have been pretty crazy. Last thing I want to look at is we do have 2 SBC leaks, but this is kind of related to, or not even SBC leaks. This is related to the new season. Jadon Sancho is coming as a World Tour player. This could actually be a really, really good card. The World Tour obviously is related to the nation that is featured in the new season coming out every season. Of course, it was Argentina. Then we had Spain first. Then we had Argentina and then France. Backwards there, but you guys get what I'm saying. It is England for this next season starting on Thursday. So this Sancho is a part of that. And I think this leak about Frank Lampard coming out as an on this day icon is also related to that. Now, for me, how in the world is this Frank Lampard going to look? There's no way they do a card that is lower rated than his base icon since he's already so low rated. Hopefully they do something like they did with Javi Alonso, where they actually give him a bit of a boost and make his card more usable. Maybe they give him 2 playstyle pluses, EA. This could be something that you hit out of the park here. This could be a home run piece of content, or it could drop as a dud. We will have to see. I mean, we did have the Cruyff. That was a pretty big one, but that was a substantial downgrade. This one's got to be a nice upgrade. So I just want to talk through that leak because English cards in general are going to be interesting to watch because, you know, like we've seen all these objective here in the seasonal time for the One Nation Argentina, like you get the extra, well, yeah, World Tour Argentina, right? You get the extra SP for using Argentinian players. Probably going to be the same thing with the English players this next season too. So that's just kind of something to mention related to the English players. I don't know if that's going to really be an investable point of the market. I'm probably not going to invest in English players personally as of right now. We'll just have to see what they drop. But that's kind of the theme of the next season, and I wanted to mention those 2 leaks there. Maybe you watch out for Prem left wings. That might be too big of a juice on a Sancho card because 95 dribbling is pretty crazy. But I believe Sancho does have 5-star skills. Sancho has 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot, and he has technical plus. So an 89 dribbling on an 82 rated card with wide midfielder, wide play. Okay, he's got inside forward, finesse, trickster. Ooh, Trivella. Okay, this could be a good card. It just depends on the actual stats. But, you know, that's the kind of thing I'd be worried about. Maybe some left mids or right mids from the Prem. If that card looks really good, people will be interested in it. However, it drops this Thursday. Again, another reason why I'm just looking at the market right now and saying, I'm just going to take my coins, get liquid on basically everything, and we'll reconvene in the next couple of days just because, you know, the busyness of the holidays. Personally, if you're not busy, again, I think the market will be great for flipping. The low tier stuff would be the greatest thing to be bidding on right now. Actually, if you want to be bidding on something, anything that's in packs, winter wildcards, cards that are like less than 100K, these re-release promo cards, like I was just looking at some bids on Alphonso Davies, and I missed a couple of them. I was just watching, but like this card sells at 190. You can pick them up on bid for 170 and just list them instantly at 189 to 190 and make easy profit like that for the cards that are in packs. Absolutely get on the bids right now because there are opportunities to just quick flip cards in that way. And then lastly, SBC fodder, it's just doing its thing, staying very low, up a little, of course, on the 86 to 88 range, but the high rateds just continue. 26, 27K for 91s is bonkers. It's going to take exchanges, I think, at this point to make high-rated fodder move because right now there are no leaked SBCs that look that crazy. We maybe have another good one coming on Friday, maybe a good one coming tomorrow as well. We'll talk about that and see if EA gives us any more Easter eggs, any hints about what content will be dropping tomorrow on Christmas besides the new promo players. But that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys in a video tomorrow. Merry Christmas, a day early, but have a great Christmas, guys. Appreciate you. Love all you guys, and I will see you in a video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace.